Well, tens of thousands of Chinese Muslims known as Uyghurs have disappeared. China's only Muslim-majority province of Xinjiang has for long struggled for independence, but the Chinese stranglehold on its Western citizens continues. Senior editor Padma Rao has the story.
10 million Uyghurs of China's province of Xinjiang live in a police state with no hope of escaping Beijing's stranglehold. This Turkic-speaking minority looks, dresses and prays differently. And yet, the western province, which forms a crucial turnpike in China's ambitious Pakistan-China economic corridor, has come to resemble a police state. The first casualty was the religion itself. Religious beards are banned, veils are frowned upon, mosque visits must be restricted to one's local house of prayer. Public addresses on religion are disallowed. Visitors to Xinjiang say that no matter where they go, Uyghurs are tracked by high technology all the time. There are surveillance systems, cameras galore, there are facial scanners even for entering a vegetable market, and voice recognition software. Cars are required by law to install GPS trackers, and since last year, Xinjiang has been collecting DNA samples from the region's population. If all else fails, there are plenty of spies drawn from China's majority Han population, and anyone veering off the path of obedience to the Chinese state runs the risk of being locked up in one of China's detention camps, whose location is a well-kept secret. All Uyghurs who travel abroad are prime suspects. Many never return. Uyghur liberation groups are bound in exile. But since China is the #1 trading partner for almost every Western and major Asian country, few can offer more than a year of sympathy. Given its global clout, it doesn't need one. And yet China has a convenient excuse that there are dozens of Uyghur fighters who have joined the Islamic State. To this, the Uyghurs argue that it is because of China's draconian policies in the region. Al-Qaeda's presence in neighboring Pakistan doesn't help either the Chinese or the Uyghurs. There are plenty of recruitment videos on the Xinjiang market in the local language, and there are many willing helping hands across the Pakistan border, both from Islamist groups as well as reportedly the government of Pakistan itself. China has for decades practiced a policy of brainwashing the Uyghurs through a watertight program of Chinese propaganda, including Mandarin language instruction and patriotism towards the Chinese state. And yet, the feeling of being different, both in terms of ethnicity and religion, will not die down here. Subsequently, public spending on security, which already increased 4 times, is slated to go up yet again by 50% to about $6.8 billion. In Xinjiang, walls have ears and governance has a stranglehold. Will Western China implode? Or will the substantial funding being pumped into the region in the name of development help the feeling of discrimination die down? Most importantly, will Beijing awake to reality and smell the coffee from neighboring Pakistan, which is internationally recognized as the mother lode of Islamist terrorism? The last seems unlikely, for given the steadfastness with which China has supported Pakistani terrorists like Maulana Masood Azhar and Hafiz Muhammad Saeed, it will only do so if the snake being fed by Beijing comes back to bite it with equal and full force. Padma Rao, WION.